everyone, I wanted to come through with an updated video review for my Yosuda magnetic bike. I'm still very much in love with this bike, but after using it almost daily for a couple weeks, there are some things I've noticed. Yes, it is a great alternative to more expensive bikes, and you will get a great workout on this bike. It has incredibly sufficient resistance and resistance levels, and the range to such you can change the seat and handlebar height and position are all very awesome attributes. However, I was really excited about this bike when I first got it, and I would feel like I was doing a disservice by not updating my review since I've noticed a few cons. Con number one would be that the LCD monitor is not backlit. When I first got my bike, I had it near a window because my old bike was in the little alcove in my living room where I usually ride. After I donated it to my mom, I moved my bike away from the window and into the alcove, which was much darker, and of course it made it harder to see. It usually isn't a problem if I'm riding in the morning, but sometimes if I miss a workout early in the day, I like to come home and ride, and it's a bit difficult to see the numbers, so ensure you're in a more well-lit area. The second con would be the water bottle holder. I don't know if it's just me, but I kick this thing every single time I try to get onto the bike. It's very annoying. I love the positioning because I can use either hand comfortably to reach for it, but it makes getting on awkward. I could just wait until I get on the bike to put it on, but I like having my setup ready to go, so I just try to be super extra careful when I'm getting on, especially since sometimes I use a water container that has a press-on lid and not a screw-on. Thirdly, the seat is pretty basic. It's definitely not more uncomfortable than any other seat, but mercy, there's no way I can take long rides on any bike seat, including the Peloton. I use a gel seat cover that is an absolute blessing. I mistakenly started riding without it since I throw it in the wash every couple of rides and forgot to reattach it, but at around the 30-minute mark, my best friend just wasn't having it, so I had to go get that cushion. Maybe if you don't do long rides, it'll be okay, but about half my rides are 45-minute rides, and I just can't take the discomfort for that long. I want to take time to mention in this video that I really love the Peloton app and instructors and usually use their classes for all of my rides. I've seen people do bootleg Pelotons by using a cadence sensor to attach to the Peloton app. I didn't even consider this since the Yosuda bike already has a built-in cadence sensor which allows me to keep up with the classes very well, but I was willing to try it out just in case it helps anyone. Unfortunately for my research, I learned cadence sensors only sync with the iOS Peloton app, which I don't have. And even with the cadence sensor connected, you won't be able to track on the leaderboard. It's basically just you against you for every ride, and honestly, I think that's great. Also, in the last video, I overstated how many turns it is on the resistance knob. From full resistance to no resistance, it's 10 turns. So I've basically been telling myself one full rotation is 10% resistance, even though I know the sciencey math might not accurately add up that way. I always get on the bike when it's at full resistance, and I take off resistance to get where I need to be, since after a certain point the knob will keep rotating, but the magnets wouldn't be going any higher. For instance, if I'm starting my ride at 30%, I'll back off 7 full rotations to get to 30%. Then if the instructor says bring your resistance up to 50, I'll add 2 full rotations of the resistance knob. If they say take off 5, I'll turn it half a rotation. It basically comes down to you remembering what resistance you're at and adding and subtracting, but honestly, for the most part, after a couple rides, you'll be able to feel out the resistance or simply look at the screw and tell just whereabout you're at where it comes to resistance. So all that said and done, I still super duper recommend this bike. I'll simply knock my rating down from a full 5 stars to a 4.5, especially since for me, the seat and water bottle holder are minor issues, while the LCD screen not being backlit is a bigger issue, but something I've learned to deal with. Remember, right before I started using this bike, I was using a Peloton at the gym, and I really don't miss it. For the price, using this bike and the Peloton app just provides amazing value for a more budget setup. Thank you so much for watching this video. Cycling and fitness is a passion of mine, and I love to be able to share it with as many people as possible. I have another video coming up in the next week or so discussing how I lost 20 pounds in the last couple weeks while still eating the foods I love. I actually was in a weight loss competition and I won after I lost 14 pounds in 3 weeks, which was pretty amazing since at the beginning of the competition I weighed the least out of all of the competitors. So please subscribe and click to be notified when that video is out. I also have some more content planned on how to deal with black hair for the ladies that work out. I know it can get frustrating, but I hate that handling hair is a reason that so many black women don't work out. So please keep a lookout for that content. Again, thank you for watching and have a safe ride.